Okay, this is the Screencastify on the websites now, and I'll be again comparing the similarities and the differences. Firstly, I'll start with the similarities. So, as soon as you go onto the website, you immediately see BBC News. They state it very clearly, as does ours. Free Up London, big there, right in the middle, big font, and it's obvious to the audience. So as soon as they come onto your website, they 100% know it's your website. Also, following this, as BBC News logo is red and white, they keep this colour scheme throughout. As I mentioned in my other Screencastify, it reinforces the logo and the colours into the audience's brain. So you've got the red at the top there, things like this on the line, red, little bits of red on here, as does ours, the orange logo, name of the company, and the home and about page is orange. Free Up London highlighted in orange here. This week's focus, just the main things in orange. Another similarity is obviously the stories on both websites. BBC News, although they have a lot more, they have stories that you can click on, look into. This is actually the About Us page. If I just go back to the actual BBC News page, they've got lots of stories you can click into and read about, as does ours. Obviously, we don't have as many because we're a niche news company, but we've got stories here. This one about Beaconsfield Gallery. If you click here, it takes you to a link to the website with information about it, as does here if you want to read into about Evelyn O'Connor and these artists, or Damien Hirst. It offers lots of links that you can search up about the different artists. Another similarity that I found is both the websites sort of create a little bit of a personal identity. So if you go on ours, the About page, I wasn't expecting this in the BBC because they're such a mainstream company. I thought this would be something that we would do. Obviously, if I scroll down here, it's being a bit slow. We've got me, Fifi and Tommy, and it gives a little snippet about what we do and how we operate in the company. And if someone were to read this, they would feel like they know who we are and they know something a bit about us, and that contributes to their Free Up London experience. Like, makes them a bit closer to our news company and our website. But the BBC News do this a bit as well. If you go on more, and then you go on the reporters and scroll down, it tells you who's written each article. So it gives you a picture, as does ours on the About page. And it tells you what kind of reporter they are, so technological correspondent, environment correspondent, etc., etc. So this creates, again, a little bit of a personal identity. For example, if you like the way they've written the article, search them up on Google. I'm sure they've done lots of other articles that you could read into. Another similarity is they both have interactive sites. So on the BBC, have your say here. Wait for it to load. Contact us on WhatsApp, share your photos of us. That's again a very modern thing. They're trying to engage digital natives and engage a younger audience and be interactive with their viewers, as does ours on the homepage. For one, we've got a little survey here. It's being a bit slow. little survey here that you can fill out, and which gets back to us, and also on the about page. If I scroll down when it lets me, here, if you enter your name and email address, you can actually send us a message and we'll reply. Or here, another feature at the bottom. We've got many features. If you enter your email address again, we'll send you with updates to the website as they happen, so you're constantly up to date with what's going on. And it's a very one-on-one thing with the audience. Now moving on to the differences. One thing that ours doesn't actually do that the BBC does, although the BBC has its main colours, obviously, it has its logo as well, and this is maybe a mistake, and we might lose some marks for not having our logo on the website. And we've maintained our colours, but I haven't actually put in our tube symbol logo, which I could have done. Another difference, obviously, with BBC News being so mainstream, is that it's very, very broad. Here you've got news you can have it from the UK, the world, business news, politics news, even you can select the country within Britain, Scotland, Northern Ireland. You've got iPlayer up here, sports, weather. It's very broad on the website, whereas ours is much more minimalistic due to it being niche. You've basically got a home and about page, and everything here is art, and it has to be in London as well, because we are obviously Free Art London. So that's limited us to a much smaller audience, and that's another difference. I'd say a beneficial difference about ours is that we have moving graphics like this, visuals that you can click. Each one of these is a link to an artist, again, interacting. But I think ours is a lot more aesthetically pleasing. We've got a nice background here of an oil painting of London, linking to our news company of Free Art. And it's very nice to look at. Whereas if you go onto the BBC News, it's just very bland. Everything's plain. They've got a bit of red on there, but there's nothing that stands out or makes you really want to read, like visually makes you want to read into it. Another similarity is, as you can see here, ours gives obvious links to a Facebook and a Twitter and a YouTube and even an Instagram page. I think this is a very modern feature. Viewers can click on these and use social networking. Again, this appeals to the digital natives, the younger audience. And it's very easy. As soon as you come onto the website, you see these things. Whereas on here, you'd have to really hunt for these things, or not. You'd have to really read into it to find their YouTube page. I'm not sure they have an Instagram page. They do have a Twitter page, but it's not advertised on the website. These things you'd have to search up separately, whereas ours offers this as soon as you come onto the website, which I think is a much better feature about ours. And lastly, the last difference is that ours has this Wix label here. Now, this can be seen as quite unprofessional. If someone were to visit our website, they immediately know that we've used a free website maker, and that this makes it really easy for you to make a website. You can actually pay Wix a yearly fee to get rid of this logo, but we haven't done that. Whereas the BBC, you don't know what software they've used. It's very professional. So this could give off a bit of an unprofessional, student-y feel to our website. And that is the last difference between the two. So just in time, that will do. If it lets me click that. Okay, thank you.